So guess who ended up getting the Evil Twin Altarts before us? Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more. It's kind of Asian English here. Now, I wanted to include this in Market Watch here because I think this is important. So leave a comment down below, and one of you walk away with the boost pack as per usual. So TCG Corner had the Altart Evil Twins up for Asian English. Now remember, these are not legal for us. They have the OCG back, but for the collectors out there that wanted this sort of stuff and wanted to know, hey, you know, where can we get these? Yeah, well, they're available over here on Asian English side of the game. A lot of these are sold out, but we did have, oh, well, you do have the alternates right here available in case, $8 and $8 a piece. Now, obviously, they do have other things available up here as well from this set, depending on what you are looking for from Selection 5. Of course, some Sky Striker stuff, but a lot of this stuff has already kind of trickled on out, and we've already gotten some of this stuff as well on our side of the game. It just really depends on, you know, what you want to collect. You know, the Juggernaut Libby we already got, but we didn't get the alternative to that. So if you're looking at getting those Altarts, check eBay as well. They're floating around out there for collectability. Rage of the Abyss. Oh boy. So this is interesting. Fool Wars has finally dropped down underneath 200, or it's down below 300 now. You have a playset sitting here at about $290 a pop, actually. I believe after tax, you're probably looking at about what you would be expecting to be paying, about the $300 range, but that's actually kind of cool to see, that these are getting cheaper and a little bit more affordable for your player base. Dominus Impulses, we are trickling down really hard on these. You can tell your curve just died here. You're looking at, you got one here, nice Japanese one, by the way. Get that garbage off of here for 160 on up to about 170, 175, few in between, but it is very apparent that the drop is very much happening here. Fool Warses, I see we have 99 was the lowest there, yeah, 95 on up to 96, with a couple hitting about 97. So you're barely underneath 100 at the moment. The dip is beginning, and that's still very good to see out here. What else do we have trickling along? Deceptions, $70. You know, I'm happy to see that these are dropping, and we might have an upscale tick back up for these once people kind of realize, huh, you know, if I want to play any of these decks in the future. So when they broke the connection, people didn't realize that White Forest will be the one to still play this, and that this stuff is going to relevantly still have a place in today's meta. So we'll see how that goes. I also do see Shadow Squad coming in 65 on up to $80. Lacrima's about 80 to 85. I see, yeah, about $90. Okay. Very, very few in between there unverified. That's a little bit scary to be taking that chance on. Boxes I talked about yesterday were $80, no real change there. Abyss Hins at 70s. Lordly Loads have actually accelerated even further beyond here. Loads are now hitting about $90+ for this. And, you know, when this card first came out, what was it, like 25 bucks? Actually, it was like 35. And then you have, wow, had you bought a playset now? You're at the price of what one Lordly Load costs now. That's insane. I think our highest sale was $81. Nope, we had 100 or so back on 12/10. Wow, that's disgusting. That Primite Lordly Load has exploded up that much in value. Like, this set is crazy. I also see that the Ultimate Dragon of Pride and Soul is starting to rumble a little bit. You're still looking at $60. There's not really, there could potentially come a time where you might be able to make this a lot easier, but Rage is rumbling. Millennium, $60 still for the Blue Eyes out here, which this makes this what the cheapest Blue Eyes White Dragon. $50 actually, on up to 56. Yeah, that's one of the cheapest Blue Eyes available on the market for collectability. Your Full Metal Dragon coming in at 55 right now. Dominus Impulses, how much further have these dropped? We're at $50. Yeah, these are dropping. Meanwhile, purges are going on up, which is hilarious to be thinking about out here, that you've got that much of a value swing actually occurring. Restalagos are now $41. If there was ever a point that you wanted to pick one of these up, now's not a bad time. $30 on the Surfacing Big Jaws. Okay. Shiens are up to $38. Okay. Ukalonics is down to $27. Makes sense, actually. Lordly Loads. Is that $35? Oh, no, it's $32 per copy of Lordly Loads. That's frickin' disgusting. Interesting. All right. Wow, the Atlantean Poseidra is a $32 card. Drill Beam up to $40 now. I didn't realize how bad the Lordly Load situation was on this set. The retail boxes are also $35. Wow. Deceptions, are these really still 30s or have we dropped down? Well, we're at 27. So you've had a little bit of a decline in value. Nothing really too major there, but that's pretty telling. Lacrimas are still, what, $20+? Because oh no, we're back down to 15. Yeah, there was a couple days ago. Yeah, you see that $20 line there. So you've got a temporary punch down here on this card. That's actually pretty good if you were wanting to get Lacrimas now, because a few people are like, oh, you need two. You're basically $20 for the King still. The Mu Regina, this is $13. That's actually not a bad price to pick that up. Iria's $16 for the Charmer. The Bad Dragon, $17. The Mimigol's actually been gaining a little bit of value, if I recall. It's like 11. Maybe it's the other one that was down. Oh, yeah, it's this one. This one's still sitting at about $11, which I don't feel bad about wanting to pick up one of these for Mimigol. There's just that real off chance you look at that and you're like, huh. Maybe I could potentially play that. Ukalonixes are now at $9. Holy crap, man, the retracing of value. Still $7 for the Chimera as well. If you were wanting to play this, that's actually looking a lot better. The Blue Eyes is now $7. So technically the Exodia deck is pretty budget friendly as well. The Mimigul Charm, $6-7. That's disgustingly cheap. I also see, this is the first time I've seen our Jaden token show up. Basically $3. Drill Beams coming in at 3s. Your Yuma tokens coming in about 4s. It's interesting that that's more expensive than the Jaden. And then the rest of the stuff just starts on a downward decline into craziness. The Yugi token's pretty cheap as well. Yusei also. I love the fact that the Yusei and the one token are a little bit more expensive than the others. But that's your little bit of a check-in on how Rage of the Abyss has kind of been holding up versus today's market. Now, Packbit, how are you doing? We've been seeing a little bit more success with Packbit out here in Malice as people have been looking at a way to play this and drop this off of the Firewall Dragon, which I think is very, very cute. But we've actually ramped up to about the $8 mark, which is not crazy to be thinking about out here. You know, this, me, or Logic, and the D-Save Worm are going to be your biggest choices to really be trying to mess around with this. And this is looking pretty solid, actually. Code of the Soul. You know, if what is it? If we can see other expensive cards coming out here, like the Protect Code Talker ramping up to those insanely dumb price points, I'm surprised that Code of the Soul hasn't really hit crazy numbers either. But yeah, you're looking about $2 here. You get a German one here from Red Robins for about, what, $3, which is actually not doing too terrible. I mean, all across the board, most of your pieces have kind of calmed down for this a lot. So yeah, we're trucking along. I mean, you're spending $3 for a one-of, basically, to play the deck. I also see somebody bought a playset at $15. People really like that convenience of being able to buy multiple copies from the same seller. Like, I don't get that. And then Darkwing Blast. You know, when the last time we just peaked on in here, Darkwing Blast is coming in about 66 a box. Dabble, I mean, Blazing Cartesia is 154. Your Rukalos is 125. Your Lady Labyrinth is 140 now. I mean, your Starlights were the biggest thing. The Blackwing Dragon Starlight's $46. And then, of course, like, your Starlight Ninja Mitsu was $29 now. Like, hello? Even like Fenrir and the Lubellion, the final cards that are holding this set up, you know, even Drosworm's kind of doing his thing back here at $17. Like, if you just buying a box could get you some decent value, but still, that the people are dumping the product because the expected value is going to die soon. Destructive Durham Cannons are $12 a piece. Holy shit, that's terrible. Yeah, I have a feeling Dabble's not going to last very long. This set's going to give out, and it's going to be really, really sad. But that's the current state of today's market. Please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here in a day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.